The Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic will be the third Harry Potter land at the Universal Orlando Resort, joining the likes of Diagon Alley at Universal Studios and Hogsmeade at Islands of Adventure. Unlike those previous editions, this land will span two different locations at two different time periods. The first is 1920s Wizarding Paris, inspired by the Fantastic Beasts series. You'll enter this land through the Phoenix Arch, which will transport you from Muggle Paris to the Wizarding World. From there, you can enter the second location in the land, the 1990s British Ministry of Magic, taking place after the events of the Harry Potter franchise. You'll travel to the Ministry by using the Metroflu network, which will act as a sort of pre-show to the land's major attraction. In this video, I'll be breaking down everything to expect in this land, including all of the shopping, dining, attractions, and more. For more videos like this, be sure to check out the rest of the series, and without further ado, let's take a closer look at the Ministry of Magic. Right in the center of Wizarding Paris is the first attraction we'll be discussing, Universal's first ever full-scale stage show based on the Harry Potter franchise. This show, called Le Cirque Arcanus, will be located in a circus tent that will appear to expand as you make your way inside. After passing by a handful of sideshow booths in the queue, you'll enter the main theater where the show will truly begin. On the main stage, guests will watch as Ringmaster Skender attempts to bring his circus back to former glory using a stolen suitcase filled with magical creatures. Throughout the show, guests will see these creatures come to life through both puppetry and animatronics, with Universal promising an incredible mix of live performers and dazzling special effects. These live performers should be in close proximity to the audience, along with a few aerialists performing tricks high in the sky. Universal has also provided a list of magical creatures and familiar faces that we'll spot during the show, including a demiguise, Zuwu, Kelpie, Mooncalves, and even Newt Scamander himself. In fact, the stolen suitcase is the property of Newt Scamander, with circus performer Gwendolyn attempting to round up the creatures and return the suitcase to its rightful owner. All of that seems to suggest that this will be a fast-paced, high-tech adventure, and one of the highlights in the park when it comes to entertainment. Even so, the true star of the show here will be located inside the British Ministry of Magic. This attraction, called Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry, will be one of the most advanced dark rides that Universal has ever created, if not the most advanced. You'll enter this attraction through the Wizarding Paris Metroflu station, which will include a bit of extended queue before you enter the fireplace. From here, you'll experience Floo transportation, where green fog will envelop your body and transport you to the British Ministry. It's unclear how exactly this effect will work, although the Discover Universal podcast claims that you'll experience it twice before entering the British Ministry. Once you're inside, you'll behold the Ministry's atrium, featuring a collection of offices along the walls and the Fountain of Magical Brethren at the center. Universal claims that we'll see flying memos swirl around this atrium, along with an enchanted weather ceiling up above. Decorating the walls of this atrium will be banners announcing the trial of Dolores Umbridge, which wizards from around the globe have come to witness. We'll get deeper into the plot of the ride later, but for now, let's take a look at the queue. Universal has already given us a surprisingly detailed look at several of the rooms in the queue already. There's the Hall of Ministers, which showcases the past ministers of magic, the Auror Headquarters, which shows magical officials gathering information for their cases, and the Locker Room, which shows that Harry, Ron, and Neville are in training to become Aurors themselves. Along with that, you'll also spot the typing pool, the reception desk, and a magical moving map of the British Ministry. The most important room in the queue, however, is Dolores Umbridge's former office, decorated with plenty of cat plates and bright pink tiles. This is also where you'll meet Umbridge's former house elf Higgledy, who will join you as you witness Umbridge's trial unfold. From there, you'll descend the stairs and board one of the 4 lift bays in the Ministry's lift lobby. These elevator ride vehicles are omnidirectional, meaning that they'll move both vertically and horizontally. They'll also feature 14 seats, along with a built-in map of the Ministry's lift shafts. Apparently, this map will light up to show what path or location you're currently at, which is an extremely cool touch. Regardless, this is only where your ride experience begins. As a quick plot synopsis, guests will be joining Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Higgledy as we witness the trial of Dolores Umbridge go horribly wrong. Umbridge, played by the original actress, will break free from her lift with the help of Death Eaters Yaxley, McNair, and the Caros. As an explosion is set off in the background, she'll disappear in a plume of pink smoke as she attempts to bring back the time of Lord Voldemort. That's where your adventure will truly begin, as you join Harry and the gang as they try to stop them. From here, I'd like to provide a spoiler warning. While all of this information is straight from Universal, it's surprising how much they've revealed about the plot of this ride. If you'd like to remain relatively spoiler-free, skip to this point here. Otherwise, let's see what they had to say. According to Universal, we'll be visiting 3 major locations on this ride. The first is the Ministry's Magical Archives, where a Death Eater battle will be taking place. Not only have we seen this moment portrayed in concept art, but Universal has also showcased both the real-life backdrop and an animatronic that may be found during this scene. After that, you'll enter the Department of Magical Creatures, where a variety of said creatures have been let loose. Universal claims that we'll see these creatures both on screen and in person, including in a rumpet at some point in the ride. Finally, the last location we've had confirmed is the Time Room. This room holds a variety of timekeeping devices, including a few time turners. This is where Umbridge will attempt to bring back Lord Voldemort, although we don't know much about the plot from there. All of the technology and little details that are present on this ride should be unbelievable, with its 40-inch height requirement meaning that a majority of guests will be able to ride. Whether or not it will be the park's best is up for debate, but you could certainly make a good argument for it. Now, let's head back outside to Wizarding Paris to check out the shopping, food, and other experiences on offer. When it comes to shopping, Cosme Acajor Baguettes Magique will be the premier stop for wands in the land. This store is run by the one and only Cosme Acajor, who guests will see perusing the floor and showcasing her wares. She's designed plenty of exclusive wands just for this location, although the store will offer imports from Ollivanders as well. Each wand purchased at Cosme Acajor will come in a 3-sided box, which is meant to represent the 3 key aspects of a wand. Those aspects are its material, its core, and its length. All of these wands will likely be the newer 2nd generation model, which Universal just announced a couple of days ago. These wands will include haptic vibration and lighting effects, along with integration with the Universal Play app. That app integration will allow you to collect achievements, compete in the daily leaderboard, and set up your exclusive wizard profile. As for the experiences in the land, Universal says that many of these interactive spots will involve fantastic beasts, including the Niffler, Bowtruckles, and a Demiguise. Elsewhere in Place Cachet, there are 3 other shops left to visit. At Les Galeries Mirifiques, guests will be able to purchase a collection of home goods and robes in an Art Deco style. Caramel is a candy shop decorated with spinning carousels and Ferris wheels made of sweets. Finally, Torenflu appears to be the exit gift shop for Battle at the Ministry, with a variety of t-shirts, sweatshirts, wands, stationery, sundries, and an all-new Auror clothing line. Next, when it comes to dining, we have a whole lot more to look at this episode than any of the others. That's because Universal has officially confirmed several of the items guests can find in the park, which you can hear more about in the video linked above. Inside Wizarding Paris, the first restaurant we can look forward to is Café l'Air de la Sirene, which is a French-inspired quick-service restaurant. The restaurant will boast carved marble and detailed mosaics, along with a dessert display featuring over 2,000 cream puffs. This location will serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with boasting indoor and outdoor seating. As for some of the specific menu options, there are 4 that Universal has shown off. The first is the Butterbeer Crepe, which is a crepe layered with cookie butter, Bavarian cream, butterbeer cream, strawberries, a butterbeer drizzle, and a butterbeer shortbread cookie on the side. Next up is the Baguette de Dawn, which features sliced black pepper turkey, arugula, crisp apples, mustard and apple butter, and brie cheese on a warm baguette. For breakfast, this restaurant will offer a quiche Lorraine, which is an egg custard baked in pie crust with bacon, Gruyere cheese, Mornay sauce, and caramelized onions, along with a side of fresh berries. Last but not least is a poulet à la provençale, which is a roasted half chicken that's finished with tomato olive vinaigrette and served with a side of roasted potatoes and haricots verts. In the dark corners of Place Cachet, you'll find Le Gobelet Noir, where international dark wizards and witches gather to escape prying eyes. Over time, the restaurant's owner has impacted the rest of the area, which is why this corner of the land is such a different style. The food itself will be a different style as well, appealing to a more broadly European taste instead of just French. Here, you'll find the Alchemist Platter, which is a spread featuring smoked sausage, potato and cheese pierogies, pickled eggs, marinated beets, caramelized onions, and a warm pretzel served with mustard and fondue. For a vegetarian option, the lentil stew will feature vegan bacon and root vegetables served with artesian bread. The final 2 locations in this land for food are Bar Moonshine and the Biera Burg Heart. Bar Moonshine will feature alcoholic drinks and an all-American decor, with American Quidditch teams represented throughout the walls. The Biera Burr cart will be the land spot for butterbeer, whether you want it cold, hot, frozen, or non-dairy. In fact, these carts came in with the circus, tying into the land's theme nicely. Also tying nicely into the land's theming are the meet and greet experiences. Exchange students from Hogwarts and Ilvermorny will be exploring Place Cachet, along with an inquiring Auror searching for suspicious characters. Universal has also mentioned interactive talking portraits in the land, which should be a really nice touch. Finally, before wrapping up this video, it's worth mentioning this massive plot of land that could be used for expansion. Unfortunately, with the plot being seeded for grass, it's unlikely that we'll see anything coming for a couple more years. Still, in the future, we could see an additional attraction, restaurant, or other offering added to this land. With how popular it will probably be, it's only a matter of time. With all that said, that's everything coming to Harry Potter's Ministry of Magic at Epic Universe. If you enjoyed this series, be sure to subscribe, and if you're just now joining us, check out the previous 4 episodes for more on every land in the park. Considering Epic Universe previews are just now beginning for Universal team members, it's likely that this is my last pre-opening Epic Universe video. With that said, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope that you enjoyed my coverage of this park, and I'll see you all at Epic Universe.